Alright, what's up guys? Gonna take another swing at this. Didn't realize we could put more fuel in the car, so first thing I'm gonna do is put more fuel in the car. Look at the ride height, 66.2, 132.9. It's not much more fuel, so it shouldn't really mess the car up too much. Or at all. Teammate gave me a little bit of advice. Keep going with the stiffening up the suspension concept that I did with the springs. Maybe the car's just a little too soft. What I'm gonna do is increase the rear roll bar, but before I do that, I just want to get warmed up, see what the car feels like, so then I can make a better decision on. Actually, let's see what the weather's like real quick. Just make a more informed decision. Instead of thinking it feels alright, but you don't really know if it feels alright. So 26:45, I think the same exact weather as last time. 113. Yep. So it looks like they're giving us default weather in these sessions. I don't know what the races will be like, but that car just really doesn't like that car. No matter how many times I drive over it, never changes its mind.
Start getting a look at pit road. Going to be pitted about 5.
Car feels pretty good right now. Actually feels a little bit better than last time I drove. Which is just probably me relaxing a little bit more today than I was yesterday. I'm more used to the car, kind of got my braking points and that stuff a little more figured out, but I still got some work to do. Get a later apex for that corner. I really like the line I actually just had through there. Same with this corner. And there's just a little bump in the road there, like kind of compresses, and then elevation or the grade of the hill changes a little bit and kind of unsettles the car there. So you just gotta be mindful of that part. A little too optimistic. Pretty good through the carousel that time. Slow this section. That's all too fast through those parts. I'm trying to do a full lap here, nonsense. Got a good base limit, make some adjustments to the car. Give me enough time with the car to feel the change, know if it's good or bad or not. Otherwise, you're kind of just wasting your time. So much for the good lap. Just barely touched the grass there and got loose on me. So, let's see what happens when I stiffen up the, let's pause this here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stiffen up the rear roll bar. And what that does is it kind of, so we're going in this left-hander, it'll tie the inside tire to the outside tire or vice versa. It's basically a bar that connects the two. So when the car rolls over to the right, it actually creates a opposing force on this side and pushes this tire down more. So the stiffer your roll bar is, the more connected these two are, and the flatter the car will stay in general. So again, as the car rolls over to the right, it's going to push down on this bar, which actually then again comes back over to this side and pushes down on this side. So it makes the car a little bit flatter. And where that really helps this track is there's just so many change of directions from left to right. So it makes the car more responsive. Again, going with the theme that the car just might be a little too sluggish for this track. So I'm going to go with a pretty decent size adjustment and go from a small roll bar to a medium roll bar. And just see what that feels like. So bottom line, I'm stiffening up the rear roll center of the car versus the front. And whenever you make the rear end stiffer versus the front, you are going to put some more oversteer into the car. So we'll see if it makes it too loose or anything like that. But what I'm really just looking for is a little bit more responsive car. The only way to really figure it out is put the time in and drive the laps. I think through there I just want to get the red and white curves. I don't want to get on the bigger curves on the inside of those. So that's what my goal is going to be, going through that section from here on out. Feels good so far. It doesn't feel like there's too much oversteer in the car or anything like that. Actually, it feels like it's turned through the corners a little more naturally. Just means I think I got rid of a little bit of excessive understeer, which is actually making the car a little more secure on exit because I don't have to put so much wheel into it and then kind of all snap loose on me. I'll see how it goes through the older part of the track now. Felt pretty secure through that whole section. That'll get your attention. Yeah, it's even getting through that corner a little bit better now. It's interesting to see how it gets through the back and forth stuff coming up here where the track kind of gets all kinds of weird cambers, little ruts in the track, stuff like that. But I have high hopes for this set right now. Oh, so I did that. But I didn't hit anything. Yet. Yeah, it gets through here quicker too. Alright, I just need to relax a little bit and not overdrive the car. Could feel the stiffer roll bar through there though, kind of sliding all the way through there. Corner you definitely want to get a nice late apex, same with this corner, but you gotta slow down a lot more than you think you need to, but that's a good apex so you can get a nice run out of here. And just check the car a little bit so you don't catch air and damage it. Yeah, I'm liking the adjustment. I'll just see if we can do a clean lap here. There we go, that's the line you want to take through there. Oh, come on. Alright, well, I like that. So I'm definitely gonna save it. And we'll do one thing to the front roll bar and just stiffen it up a little bit more as well. Let's see, how much more do I got here? 9, 10. Just to balance the car out a little bit more, I'm gonna go with just a 10 medium. So that's a full medium stiff roll bar. Just kind of get it, just put a little bit more understeer on it, because again, now we're stiffening up the front of the car versus the rear of the car, so that'll just put a little bit more understeer in it, and I think it'll give it, hoping it gives it just the right balance, and maybe even makes that front end a little bit more responsive. It's gonna keep the car flatter, which in theory keeps more weight on that inside tire, which in theory gives you more grip. So as long as you're not making it too stiff and it's getting all crazy over bumps and stuff, you should get more grip and a little bit more turn in that regard. Because there's just like one or two spots where it did kind of feel a little too loose to me, so I just kind of want to tune that out just a little bit. Not really good through there. Turned in, but stable when I got on the gas. Always a sketchy section, because you want to get in there fast, but gotta do like trail braking as you're changing directions, which is always interesting if you get it a little too late, like I did that time. Yeah, that felt good. Turned, but at the same time felt stable. Still in between second and third gear for that corner. I think third gear ultimately is going to be the way to go. Usually the higher gear is if you're right between the two. You just need to figure out how to get it through there. Ooh, it feels really good through there. Nice and balanced. Yep, that felt good. Great turn in through here, just wants to keep turning. It's a little too much speed through there. Good stability getting on the gas there, even though I was a little offline. Had to use a little more wheel than I'd like for that section. Well, I didn't get loose that time. I just went through there a little too fast, so that's good. My little roll bar adjustment helped stiffen it up through there. Just gotta get the speed through there better next time. Yeah. Need some more practice with the carousel. Don't quite have the speed right going through there yet. Go for the late apex here. Missed it kinda though. I like how stable it feels coming up over that rise. Still a couple little kicks in the road, but feels better than before. Yeah, another good line through there. Yeah, try and drive like a nice controlled up here. That time I had to get a second gear because I kind of broke a little late, so I had to use the second gear to help slow the car down, get it to turn in a little bit more. Kind of just butcher that. That's what happens if you go too fast, and that left-hander just kind of ruins that whole section for you. Ooh. Some quick reflexes for that. This is a track it's really hard to drive 100% at. So many little nuances, little bumps. If your line's just barely off, it'll catch you out. So you're really just better driving at like 95% around this track. Probably when you're gonna have the most success. Let's try and go all out here, bad things are gonna happen. Unless you've done like a bazillion laps, and then still you can probably get caught out by something. Like at most other tracks, you know, you pretty much eventually you'll see it all because you just see a corner a lot more than you do here. But here there's usually something new to find. Yeah. Boo. Alright, well, I like the setup, I just can't put a lap together right now. See where the tires are at. Starting to get a little high. Might be one of the problems. I think I'm gonna go down a click on those three. Let's see, let's do 2 more laps here. See if this can be done. Try and balance out these tire pressures a little bit more. I think with the stiffening up the chassis a little bit, so instead of having the give in the chassis, the give's gonna start getting translated to the tires because chassis just isn't as soft, so the tires start to become like the more flexible part. And when you do that, you kind of make the tires work a little bit harder, which makes them get a little bit hotter, and then the pressures build up a little bit more. So bring the pressures back down and see if that helps out with a little bit of grip. And for whatever reason, the left front doesn't seem like it's getting worked quite as much, so I kept that pressure the same where I adjusted all the other pressures. And we'll see what we got. I think I got about 20 more minutes of driving in me, and that's about it. in second gear because I kind of just was going too fast in there. Car feels good. I like the grip it's got right now. It does feel like it has a little bit more grip. We'll see what it's like on the next lap. Feels a little more stable. A little more predictable. And tire pressures, a lot of time it's just about feel, but I've gone to the point where I feel pretty comfortable with tires in the mid to maybe a little bit lower 180s. That's where the car really seems to hook up for me, so it's just something you kind of get over time. For other people it can be completely different where they feel comfortable with the tires. Right now this corner is my arch nemesis. Got through there alright that time, but I want to do it without having to tap the brake. Actually give Mr. Fuller a little gap between me and him. I was about ready to catch him. I would have caught him like midway through the next lap, so give him a little bit of gap. Man, section's just gotta be crazy as all get out in real life. It's so fast, and you're just always on the edge of the track right there.
got one off the track in front of you. Keep going.
So yeah, I was just a little bit quicker, and I actually was able to use third gear because I got slowed down in time. Kind of didn't want to turn at the beginning, but right there at the end it turned nicely through the corner. It's funny, I felt like that was a good line through there, but not according to my relative. It's kind of going for like a later entry, wider entry, late apex, but I just made it a little too wide. Hang on. It's a pucker up moment. Nice, Mr. Fuller. Oh, I like the setup. I mean, it's... I can't say it's perfect, but it's the hard track to make a setup work for every part of the track. It's good at some parts, and it's not so good at other parts, but for the amount of time I have to work on this stuff nowadays, it'll have to do. It's better than when I started, and that's what the most important thing is.
Car on the right.
So I'll just have to live with that. Save it. I hope you guys enjoy it. Good luck racing. My main advice is just race your own race. Don't try and race other people. Don't get frustrated by sitting behind somebody. They'll either make a mistake and wreck or eventually let you by just because of the pressure you put on them. So yeah, just race the track and other people, and you'll have good results. Alright, later.